When I woke up this morning, I had no clue that today's ride would be so spirited. That's the word we'll use. So I just finished up the Flash and Go morning ride Monday morning here, and things got a bit real pretty quick. So this is another one of these videos I'm putting out there just to kind of let folks know what to expect on a ride. So normally what happens is that I just go through what happened. 4:45, I wake up. 5:30, I'm walking to my truck with my bag. I got I'm riding two rides today. I got the morning ride and I got the Monday malarkey ride. There's my bike. And so I've got a bag here in the passenger side seat with an extra set of clothes for tonight, separate set of clothes for work, and I got a shower at work. I'm already changed into my in-between wear. So I woke up at 4:45, 5:30, walking to my truck, and to be honest with you, it's still kind of dark. The sun is just kind of peeking up, and I'm sort of not overly awake at this point. Now, normally, I show up to a morning ride fasted. I don't eat. I just drink water. I don't even have anything in my bottles except just ice water. So this morning, however, something told me, this little birdie told me, hey, Jason, why don't you stop at a gas station over there and get a little something. So I got an amp. That's my the Mountain Dew on crack, basically. It's an energy drink. So I drank one of those, 16 ounces, and I had 3 of the little mini donuts, the little like Hostess donuts. They were the bootleg ones. They didn't have any Hostess. Anyway, I digress. I'm rambling a little bit. So that's what I had for breakfast. Now I'm gonna say that's instrumental to what happened next, because without that sugar and the caffeine, I'm fairly certain had I chose to go with the front group, my ass would have been dropped. I'm not even gonna lie. That's what it kind of it got that spirited. So I get there at 6 o'clock, see a couple folks on the corner, honk at them, park. I already got my helmet, shoes, gloves, my stuff's in my pockets. I jump out, grab my bike, put air in my tires, start my bike computer, I'm ready to go. That's it. So I get there with like 3 minutes to 6, and I pull over there at 6 o'clock. We jump off. We immediately split into 2 groups. There's a front group, and we immediately start to hit it. I have no clue what the other group did. It's not even a 7:45 quite yet, so they might not even be back. They're supposed to ride till 8. So we'll see what happens. I'll look up that ride later. So the end of it is that we ended up doing 20 miles an hour average, a little over 20 miles an hour average for about 27 miles. And it all started out basically going 19, 20 miles an hour right out of the bat. I don't know if we had a headwind, a tailwind. I have no clue what kind of wind we did or didn't have. If we did, it was really low. But on the way back, things got zippy. I know at one point we were doing 27 on the straightaway. I was not pulling at that point. That's not y'all know. I'm not trying to do that. So I took my pulls. I kept them relatively short. My advice is, if you find yourself in a ride that's getting spirited and you know it's at the upper end of your level of where you're comfortable riding, I got a couple pieces of advice for you. 1, don't pull. There's no rule that says you have to pull. Nobody's gonna get mad if you don't pull. Be called a wheel sucker. That's okay. I'll take that title any day. Don't pull. When you get on the front, you will be on the front. Count to 10 and roll off when it's safe. As soon as the person that was on front rolls off and they're past you, you can roll off too. There's no shame in that. It's better that so let's just take this into consideration. You're doing 20 miles an hour. You're doing a 20 mile an hour pace line. You get on the front and now you're doing 17 because you can't hold 20 on the front, but you can hold 20 while you're drafting somebody. Do the right thing. Roll your ass off. I hate to sound that way. Roll off and get back in line. It's okay, and then we'll get the group back up to 20 and we'll keep going. Because what's going to happen is you're going to keep doing 17. People behind you are going to get impatient, and honestly, they're going to form a new pace line that passes you up and puts you in the back anyway. That's very typical of what'll happen. One of these days, I'll make a video compilation out of stuff that's just like that. What's up, Fernando? So roll off. Listen, again, another piece of advice is, if you find yourself in a ride that's sort of at the top end, This is where you learn how to get really efficient real fast. Use those hamstrings. You got quads, you got hamstrings, drop that ankle, get that foot level, drop that ankle, and use those hammies. Start pulling up on those pedals. That's what your clips are for. You know, make full rotations. Download that diagram where it shows you the power through the stroke and all of that stuff. It's nerd stuff, but you know that's where you start edging on those performance gains. That's where you need to chip away at. So you definitely want to do that. Drink your water. All right. So halfway through the ride, took a quick little bio break. Somebody had to use the bathroom, and we got back on it. Came back. I got a little bit of footage. It wasn't the stuff that I really wanted to capture. Honestly, the first half of the ride was perfect. It was textbook. The pulls were amazing. The pulls were just spot on. People were getting right back on the back. I just had this conversation yesterday about pulls and how to pull and the way I was taught to pull and how I've done intervals, indoor training for pulls. And real quick, the way that I was taught was when you're on the front, you do the same speed as the person who just rolled off. If the person in front of you, if you guys were doing 20 miles an hour and you find yourself on the front, don't hammer down and all of a sudden start doing 23. Stay doing 20. Despite how you feel or how fresh you feel, keep doing 20. When it's time for you to roll off, give this whatever the normal signal is, a pat your side, an elbow wiggle, a dramatic swerve off the front, whatever that sign is, give that sign, get to the left or right, and soft pedal, sorry. So if you were doing, let's just say you were doing 20 miles an hour. I'm just saying 20 because it's a nice round number. You were doing 20, you might find yourself slow pedaling at 17-ish, maybe 16, 17, just slow enough. Have a good idea how many people are in the Peloton. Today there were 5. I got surprised because somebody jumped on and there were 6. I almost cut one of the guys off at the back because I was so anxious to make sure I got back on and didn't get spit out the back. So you want to slow pedal, bring it down a couple miles an hour, and then right when you're at the last guide, usually it's a courteous, if you're second to last in the Peloton, you'll say, one more. If you're last, tell the person last so that they know they can go ahead and get over instead of them constantly looking over their shoulder. It's a polite thing. Way too close to my face. And so what you want to do is you then want to slow pedal. Once you get to that last person, what I like to do what I was taught to do is drop it down 1 or 2 gears. It's up to you. It depends on what gear you were in and the distance between your cogs. There's a lot of stuff. But usually I drop it down 2 gears. I spin my cadence up to like 120. So when I'm in the Peloton rolling, I'm usually my cadence is maybe 93. I know this is getting technical. My cadence is usually about 93. Say I'm doing 20 miles an hour. When I roll off the front, my cadence is probably 75, and I'm a couple miles an hour lower. Now, what I'll do is I'll drop 2 gears, and then my cadence will go up to like 120 or 110. It'll go over 100 for sure. While I'm pedaling to get back on the back, you spin it up, and then you go back up those 1 or 2 gears to get you back to where you were, and then you keep going. Now, obviously, if you're in a hilly area, there's a lot more considerations, but we live in Chicagoland, and it's nice and flat. That's how I was taught. Now, back to this ride, it was solid. Fernando, major props. You led an amazing ride today. Very solid, a lot of good communication, a lot of good call-outs. You can tell we've all been riding together for quite a while, and that this is a mature group of individuals riding together. One of the last videos I did showed the entire Peloton. Just all you saw was one person, but you saw a whole bunch of shadows. But all you saw was one person in front because everybody was riding in a straight line. Everybody was on each other's wheels, paying attention. Good, solid stuff. I was not expecting a 20-mile-an-hour average ride for a Monday morning. Now, again, the group did split. There were 2 groups. I happened to go with the front group. I was kind of feeling myself this morning, and I'm glad I did. It was a challenge. And so I look forward to, as long as I can get up in the morning, I look forward to doing this again tomorrow. Again, I'm not training, but I'm making sure I get the right miles in and the right kind of work into my legs for Atlanta. I want to make sure I can climb those hills. I know it's a bit jittery. make sure I can climb those hills in Atlanta. I'm looking forward to the One Love. I just want to ride and have a good time. Get back in plenty of time and have some fun Friday after the ride and Saturday after the ride. If you've been to Atlanta, if you've done the One Love, you know what I'm talking about. If you've never been, you should fix that. That's something you should fix. If it's not this year because it's sold out, then fix it for next year. And if you haven't bought your tickets for the House Festival on Sunday in Atlanta, you should do that. It will sell out. It sold out the last 2 years, I think is what the website said. Yeah, you want to get that. What else can I say about the ride? I didn't drink nearly as much as I should have. I have no clue how long we were out. We did 26 miles, 20 miles an hour, a little over an hour, probably 15 minutes-ish. I probably drank half a bottle. It's not even close to enough. Normally, when I have this full of water, I've already started drinking it. I'll try to drink this whole thing within the next 30 minutes. I don't know how big this is, probably a half gallon of water, but it's ice water, and I leave it in my car. On a cold day, especially on a hot day especially, it's great to get back in your car, change your clothes, get out of those sweaty clothes. I got on different shorts and a different shirt, and get some ice water in you. If you need a snack, or if you got a protein drink or whatever you're after ride beverages or recovery is, go for it. What else can I say about today? That's basically it. It was a great ride. That's kind of what to expect. A couple little extras. This stems from a conversation I had with a couple people yesterday. But I'll see some of you guys tonight at the Monday Malarkey. I rode my my Niner today. It's a gravel bike, 32 mil wide tires. That's a really comfortable, awesome bike. If they keep this shit up, I'm gonna have to bring out my road bike, my actual road bike, because you know, if this is what Monday is with the front group, you know, what's Thursday like? Or I see what Friday's like. But I'm sure there's 2 groups on Friday also. I'll be with the other group, the non-front group, on Friday. But I plan on making it out tomorrow. So whatever you do, go ride, have some fun, and see you out on the road. Peace.